for the first 7 years, I was uploading every day.
Were you?
And then fast forward like how many years? Like I'm on like 2.1 million subs.
Incredible.
Which is crazy. Even still now, probably still have imposter syndrome. I'd be in Nando's or something with the boys and Manny, that's Manny.
Yeah.
I've had kids go like, oh, I touched him, and I'm, what do you mean you touched me? I'm normal.
Yeah.
The line of work I'm in is the total opposite to how I am. I would rather have half of what I earn and not be known than be in the limelight.
Wow. Give us an insight into some of the people you've met.
Dave messaged me being like, play me on FIFA. That is Steven Gerrard. Gerrard has just passed me the ball. Next day, Virgil van Dijk's followed me on Twitter.
What is it like being the brother of someone in the Sidemen? Hello, welcome to another episode of Inside the Industry Unfiltered with myself, Adam Smith. Delighted to have this man on the podcast. He is a YouTuber with a mammoth following, influencer. He's a bit of a baller as well on the footy pitch. It is Manny. Manny, how you doing?
That's quite the introduction. I'm good.
Do you like
I'm
it?
good, thank you.
We're going to chat about your football career as well, because you've had quite an interesting journey on the pitch, haven't you?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Obviously,
Yeah.
growing up, everyone wants to be a footballer, right? That's
Yeah.
what you do. And I used to say to my mum, like, she's like, oh, if football doesn't work out, what are you going to be? Do you want to be a lawyer, doctor, whatever, accountant? And
Yeah.
I just used to say whatever would get me by at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, football was an interesting one. I always wanted to be a footballer, but I
Yeah,
feel like
same.
along the line, I've just fallen in and out of love with it for so many
Really?
reasons. Yeah, I've quit football like 3 times.
Yeah, we'll get into that actually, because I do want to chat about that. But let's start. You alluded to there where it all started. You growing up. Tell us a little bit about your childhood, your relationship with your family, and growing up back in the day.
My childhood is something that's really shaped like my character.
Yeah.
For those people that don't know, I'm like one of 6.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's like I got older sister, Tobi,
Yeah.
another older sister, and me, and then Jed and Janelle, the twins.
Wow.
So big
And
family.
what do they all do? Obviously, we know about Tobi.
Yeah, my sister works in like schools.
Yeah.
My older sister. The other one does something to do with the government, don't know what.
Oh wow.
And the twins, obviously my sister does singing.
Yeah.
She was on our best song, our best performance song ever.
I remember that.
And obviously Jed plays football.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow, talented family then. So happy
Something
childhood, busy childhood. How was that?
Busy childhood, hectic.
Yeah, I bet.
I used to hate like family gatherings as
Did
well
you?
because we just all got so many different personalities.
Right.
So like the clashing, someone wants to be quiet, someone wants to be loud, someone
Right.
doesn't like that someone else is loud. So yeah, it's just a lot going on in one space.
Yeah.
And obviously like my parents like instilled so many different values in us that have kept us till now.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously growing up Christian, going to church and stuff like that. So yeah, so much going on in that little bubble.
I love that. What were you into as a kid then? Was football? You said obviously, like all of us, you wanted to be a footballer. Where did your love for football come from? What sort of age are you talking about?
Well, according to my mum, this is my mum's words, and everyone was like, "You're a Liverpool fan from London. Why do you support Liverpool from London?" But my mum said I used to be there in front of the screen going, "Michael Owen, Steven Gerrard," like, from like the age of 3.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't remember a day where I was like, "I'm going to support Liverpool today." It's just happened.
Really?
And then also like in my church, we used to have people come over from Liverpool,
Yeah.
and I used to hang around with them a lot. So I'm guessing that's also an influence there. Like I thought they were really cool. The accent was really fresh and new to me. So yeah, that's probably where it stems from.
This episode is sponsored by Borderlands 4. Now imagine being dropped onto a planet ruled by someone called the Timekeeper. No rules, no mercy, just absolute carnage. That's Borderlands 4, and it is everything you'd expect from the series and more. You're one of 4 Vault Hunters, each with your own mad powers, custom skills, and some, quite frankly, ridiculous weapons. You can go solo or squad up online with your mates in 4-player co-op. And thanks to level scaling, no one is getting left behind. Oh, and this time it's set on Kairos, a brand new planet where time itself has gone a bit crazy. So, what are you waiting for? Pre-order now and you'll get the Gilded Glory Pack, a free bonus full of shiny gear. But only if you lock it in before the 12th of September. Borderlands 4 is rated PG-18, so grown-ups only. Search Borderlands 4 now or head to your usual shop to pre-order it now. A huge thanks to Borderlands 4 for sponsoring this episode. Make sure you check out the game. Let's get back to the episode.
What was Steven Gerrard? Was he your childhood hero?
Oh my goodness.
What a player.
Yeah. Steven Gerrard was the guy for me. And someone asked me
What
this the
a
other
player.
day and said like, who's more of a Liverpool legend to you, Salah or Gerrard? And I said, I'm sorry, it would just always be Gerrard
Yeah.
to me because that's the first sort of entry into Liverpool.
I totally agree with that. So like, I don't know if you find it, and obviously we're both quite fortunate in our line of work that you get to meet a lot of footballers. When I meet a footballer that's my childhood hero, it hits so much more differently
100%.
than when I meet, like, I remember doing something with David Ginola, who's like one of my childhood heroes, and Gazza, and I remember the sort of latter part of Gazza's years, but Gazza and David Ginola being like, wow. Because for me, and I've done stuff with Harry Kane and Sonny, who are stratospheric Spurs players. I don't want to make this the Tottenham podcast, but obviously, like, I sort of, in my line of work, I'm used to, and it's sort of have that expectancy that I will meet current footballers, if you know what I mean. Whereas meeting David Ginola, it always takes me back to that kid that was in the stands watching him play. It just seemed so alien then that I'd ever meet him. Do you relate to that?
No, I definitely get that. And I feel like when you do kind of the stuff we do, you become desensitized to even just meeting people of
like stature.
So so you do, like, for me, like, people will be like, oh my gosh, like Manny's with Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah.
Because that is now their hero growing up.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, for me growing up, he wasn't my hero.
Yeah.
Like, I love the guy now. Like, he's amazing and stuff like that. But now it feels normal to see him. And obviously, like, he knows me, I know him.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Sort of thing. So that's really cool and really amazing. Like, one of the nicest guys ever.
Yeah.
But still, like, when I see Steven Gerrard and stuff like that, it just doesn't feel real. And
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
I've interviewed him before.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, we did the Wembley Cup and I was just there. Like, everything was just flooding into my mind at one moment. I was like, that is Steven Gerrard. And we're doing like a little like rondo or passing the ball. And I was like, Gerrard has just passed me the ball. And I like to see everyone, we all bleed the same. I like to see everyone as normal. But where you have that like childlike, the memory, the core memory inside, it's just, you can't detach it.
Yeah, I completely relate to that, mate, as well.
I was like, Gerrard has just passed me the ball.
Yeah.
Like, this is a weird
Someone got that on camera, yeah.
From the Wembley Cup as well, when we played against the Kocha, I was like, a Kocha stepped on my ankle. And in my head, I was like, like, a Kocha has just stepped on my ankle.
I'll take it. I love that.
And it sounds crazy, but yeah, like, these are people that you've grown up and you're like, wow, they're like there. And then all of a sudden they're within touching distance.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Where do you think Gerrard ranks in terms of greatest ever Premier League midfielders?
For me personally, I wouldn't go, and I know like you get De Bruyne now, and like, but I feel like you only get De Bruyne because of the Gerrard blueprint.
Right, got
like,
you. Yeah.
Not to say De Bruyne's based his whole game on him, but De Bruyne was a Liverpool fan growing up, you know, like he's probably adopted stuff that he's just seen and maybe subconsciously taken into his game. But I think for me, Gerrard is the top one because I think he was loyal. Yeah. Even though like, he was going to go at some point. Yeah. But I feel like he had to pull a whole team together. Yeah. Whereas like some of the others who are fantastic footballers and maybe individually might be better in certain things or whatever, but I think Gerrard all round was the main one, and he had to carry a lot of teams. Yeah. I agree with that. A lot. That's a lot of the argument when you have the Scholes, Gerrard, Lampard debate. A lot of people say the pro Gerrard debate is that obviously Scholes had amazing players around him, and Gerrard had to do pretty much a lot for that. You look at the Champions League that Liverpool won. I mean, he carried Liverpool through that, and he did everything for that team, didn't he? Yeah, he did. And if you think about it as well, we've never replaced the Gerrard. And if we have, we've needed 3 players to replace the Gerrard. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? A DM, an attacking midfielder. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So no, for me, he's the number one. So maybe it's just biased. Yeah. No, I get that. So we've touched upon, like, obviously you've alluded to where you're at now and the kind of players that your career's led you to meet. Let's take it back to when you started out on YouTube. What made you start out doing FIFA videos, wasn't it, in the early days? What was the motivation behind that? Do you know what? It was just cool to play games and record it. Really? And going to your friends. As simple as that? This, like back then, what was it called? Back then, the first thing was called like a capture card. Yeah. So if you had a capture card, you were the coolest guy. And then there's this thing called a HD PVR that I begged my mum for. Tobi was like, just ask mum. And it was like £175. And obviously that's a lot of money. Yeah. So I was thinking, oh, she's going to say no, whatever. So I begged her for it and she gave me a card. And I was like, what? Like, because at this point, Josh Zerka had started YouTube. Maybe he'd started earning a little bit. I don't know how much. Yeah. At that stage, I'm like, oh, you can potentially earn from it. So maybe, I don't know, because she just wanted to, or she saw something, or whatever. But that wasn't in your head at the time. You just wanted to do that for the fun, enjoyment. Yeah, just for the fun. And I mean, if you look at everything, anyone who knows my personality, like the line of work I'm in is the total opposite to how I am.
You can elaborate on that.
Don't like the limelight. Don't like being center of attention.
Don't you?
Don't like all eyes on me, but here I am.
Wow.
So
how did you get there then? If you don't like the limelight, you don't like all eyes on you, you literally for a profession are filming yourself down a camera and you are the center of attention.
I think I have skill sets that suit it. So from being young, like our parents have instilled confidence in us.
Yeah.
You can be the best, you can do this, whatever. So I feel like I would say I'm a quietly confident individual. And growing up, I remember doing like school plays and stuff. And like, I was like, obviously one of the smallest in the class, but I was always bold when it came to a school play and people would be like, who's that kid? Sort of thing. So maybe in that way, like, yeah, I am built for it.
Yeah.
But it's also not my kind of thing.
Interesting. That's
it's
interesting.
Weird. Like, I don't like, it's nice to be recognized for what you do, but also like, sometimes I won't want to go out or be out because I don't want to get recognized.
Really?
Calling my name. I don't,
So you sometimes choose not to go out for
100%
dinner because you don't want someone recognizing you or interrupting a meal, for instance? Yeah. Wow. Does that happen a lot?
Most places.
Really?
Most places. And not even to sound, and I'm not even big time compared to so many people, which is what I'm grateful for as well. Because obviously, I mean, to earn and do well, you kind of need to be more known. But I look at some of my friends, I look at Tobi, I look at Sidemen, and I just think, I would never want to be in your shoes. That's too much,
Wow. You'd never want to be in your brother's shoes like that? Wow.
Ever. And people were, why aren't you in the Sidemen? Why don't you want to be in the Sidemen? Or you want to be in the Don't.
Really? And that's just because of the fact that I'm guessing
it's too much.
They can't go anywhere.
They are getting millions of views every week.
Yeah.
Every week. Like, you can't go anywhere or do anything. Wherever they go, they get recognized.
Yeah.
You know, they don't get any peace. And because people feel like they know you through the screen, they feel comfortable to come up to you.
Yeah.
You won't go up to a David Beckham and say, well, you would to like me or a YouTuber. Because you don't know David Beckham.
Interesting.
David Beckham's there.
Yeah.
So.
That's interesting.
But yeah, it started from HD PVR.
Yeah.
Gaming. And I remember like, me and my friends just used to record clips and do anything with it. I started a YouTube channel called like X King Manny before my actual YouTube channel. So I actually did start YouTube in 2012.
Yeah.
But my channel now started in 2013.
Okay.
And I remember when I first started it, I thought, like, Tobes is my brother. He's got like 6,000 subscribers.
So he was on 6K at the time. Okay.
6, 7K.
So it's still in his infancy. Yeah.
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 I was thinking maybe I'll get like 1,000 subs from him or whatever.
Yeah.
Uploaded my first video, I got like 50 to 100 subs up. And then it hit me. I was like, this is not going to be easy. Like, I'm going to have to
so
really
many
work
people
for this.
who sit there say that.
And yeah, that was my first realization. So from that point, everything was like, I need to come up with this idea. I need to come up with this idea. Just coming up with different ideas. And I have so many series that I started, didn't finish.
Really?
So I felt, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. Don't like that. Wasn't received well, sort of thing. So it was trial and error for a lot of the things. And I remember I started this series called like Wager to the Best or something like that. And it was in a way based around playing the best FIFA or the most known FIFA YouTuber at the time. I remember like, obviously through Skype and stuff and knowing a few of the guys, Josh, Tobes, I was talking to JJ on Skype, on message him and I was like, oh, like, would you take part in my series? Can I play you for it? And he said to me something that will stick with me forever. And he probably don't even remember this, but he said like, it's like, you can't just come and play me. I'm the top guy, basically. You can't just come and play me. And he said that you have to play the other guys first. And some people look at that like, oh, you're arrogant. But I was like, no, you're right. Like, who do I think I am? Coming in and just trying to play the top guy.
Yeah.
I have to
earn
it first. So I took that and I was like, yeah, cool. Let me go do my thing. So it's time. I managed to grow a bit and I get to like 7,500 subs or something like that. And JJ was taking part in like 10K wagers or something against like A9 Skills and some of these other guys. And he wanted to get better. He wanted to win those. Yeah. So I spent time in Skype like sparring with JJ and teaching him things to get better because I was actually quite good at the game at this point. I was teaching him to get better. And then he went on stream and he won the games he needed to win. And he was like gassed going off on one. And he's like, I just want to give a big shout out to Manny. It's like, he helped me to do this, blah, 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 whatever. I don't know if anyone has the clip anywhere, if it's gone. for life. But that happened. And all of a sudden, like my Twitter starts blowing up. People start messaging me like,
just from a shout out.
Yeah, going, you're gonna hit 50K tomorrow. Da, 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 da. Like people that I'd known of or followed or reached out to that never spoken to me, then started to message me, be like, right, you're gonna go clear and whatever. And I was just kind of like, oh, so this is what it's like when you get that little level. Exposure or something. Everyone wants to know you. Everyone wants to be your friend all of a sudden. But after that, I went to like 15,000 subs.
So that did have a big impact.
So it did. But at a point, I still wasn't comfortable doing YouTube. Like it's still, when I had like 2,500, I was walking around my sixth form and someone said, oh, you're Manny. I was like, almost like trying to keep it on the low. Like
really? Didn't like people recognizing
didn't like being recognized. Didn't like people know. Because it's still nerdy. It wasn't cool then.
Right, yeah. It
was like now it's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, interesting.
Back then it wasn't cool.
There was a bit of an unknown thing around it, wasn't it? Yeah.
And I remember like, it was like coming to end of term and my teacher was like, someone's like, what should we watch? And my teacher was like, what should we watch? And someone's like, oh, Manny does YouTube. Like, let's watch one of his videos. And I was kind of like, oh my gosh. And I was like, no. So I walk out the class now. Like, and then I come back in.
Did you? You walked out the class?
Yeah, I walked out the class and my video was on the screen and my teacher's there like, what's this like? What do you do?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I play games. He's like, what? And people watch this? And I was like, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
And he was like, what did he say to me? He said, what did he say? No, he said, how much did you get paid for it or whatever? I was like, yeah, a little bit. It's like how much? I was like, maybe like 10, 20 pound a video.
Yeah.
Back then I had like a coin sponsor who'd pay me per video.
Right, yeah.
And yeah, I just remember being really embarrassed.
Really? Like, and none of your other classmates or mates were doing this?
No.
But they were watching it and that's why they said, let's stick it on. Yeah.
Yeah, like some of my boys and stuff, obviously no.
That's mad, isn't it?
So yeah, it was...
How tough were the early days, aside from your personality trait, in terms of like funding it yourself, in terms of the time you're putting into it, in terms of like the growth at the start? You said the growth at the start was quite slow. Am I right in thinking?
It was quite slow.
So how tough were those times?
It was really tough because I'd finish a day of school, like sixth form. I was, what was I, year 12 at this point. And I'd come back, I'd have to record a video, edit that video and get it out by 6. Bearing in mind, I've come home by like 4.
Yeah, tough.
So sometimes I might still have like my uniform, my jacket on or something, and I've got my beanie on.
Were you doing that every day?
Every day. I used to upload every day.
What was the strategy behind that? You just wanted growth quickly or?
Consistency, like is good for growth generally in anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was the way to do it back then.
Yeah.
So I feel like for the first, I'd like to say 6 to 7 years of my YouTube, I was uploading every day.
Were you? Wow.
Every day.
And what sort of views were you getting in that first year, for instance, before the KSI shouts out?
Anything from 200 to 1,000 views.
So for people that are watching this, that like you alluded to, there's so many young people out there who want to be influencers, YouTubers now, that will be doing that will be getting similar views. But there's also a lot of people that would pursue that and a lot of people that would give up on that. What would you say when you're grinding and you're getting, no disrespect, but nowhere near the views you're getting now? Like what advice would you have for people that are in sort of your shoes now?
I think you just, if you believe that you can do it, or you believe that you can go, or you know your end goal, and you think, I can get there, then you just keep going until you get it.
Yeah.
Like you only lose when you quit is what people say, right? But I think it's different for me and it's hard to say because genuinely I wasn't intending to blow up and be this massive, do you know what I mean? And I even still now probably still have imposter syndrome.
Do you?
Like my friends used to say to me, like, I'd hit 50K, they're like, you're gonna hit 100K. I'm thinking, well, how am I getting from 50 to 100?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, 100K, or you're gonna hit 200K. Well, how am I getting there? Like, where are you guys seeing this? And then fast forward like how many years? Like I'm on like 2.1 million subs.
Incredible.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Even if I don't hit the heights that I did back then, it's still a crazy achievement.
Yeah. Did you ever think you'd hit that number?
Never in my life. I didn't think I'd hit 100K.
Really?
Like I was in shock when I hit 100K.
Really?
But what happened is I went to uni, right?
Yeah.
And I went to Hull University. And the only reason I went is because the time between choosing gap year or go to uni, the accommodations were going.
Right.
So I even went through clearing as well because the ones that I I kind of wanted to go with someone that I knew.
Right.
So I went with one of my friends, Thomas, and a few others were going to Hull Uni.
Yeah.
So I went there studying accounting and finance, and I was just like, I never.
So you're
wanted to be
clever
there.
lad then, like if
Yeah,
you're
I'm not-
studying that.
I am.
You can give
but
yourself some props here.
Yeah,
clearly.
I am, but I've always held myself back
Right.
academically because I just hated school.
Really?
Just
Right.
didn't care. Do you know what I mean?
But that sounds like a tough degree, that, like a degree that
Yeah.
you have to get qualifications for, you've got to study for.
Yeah.
I mean, you've obviously had a
But I
decent,
never used to study.
didn't you?
I was so like, my parents are big on education.
Yeah.
From young times tables and this
Really?
and other people were playing. But I just hated school and I hated revision. And like, I remember one time at sixth form, the teacher called my mum in and said, if we keep Manny on this sociology thing, he's going to fail. And I want to pull him out the exam so he doesn't fail.
Wow.
And I remember having a chat with my mum and she's like, you need to go home and study. And I was like, fine, I'll study. And I don't like the fact people telling me I can't do something.
Yeah.
So I ended up studying and I passed it.
Yeah.
The first year I got like a D. And that gets me into the next year.
Right, got you.
And he'd already said, yeah, he's going to fail. He's going to fail.
Yeah.
The
So that
next year I got
sparked a
a
fire in
C.
you a bit, like I'll prove him wrong.
And I
type
didn't even
thing.
do crazy studying or anything.
Yeah.
I just got a highlighter out or whatever, put stuff in my memory. And
Yeah.
So yeah, going accounting and finance.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to be there. I just didn't want to be there.
Right.
I went into my first lecture or whatever, and the guy's doing this big speech, and he's like, "Accounting and finance, 26309." I'll never forget. That's the what's it? Unit code or whatever it is.
Right.
And he said, "I will live, breathe, and most probably die accounting and finance." And when he said that, I was like, yeah, I can't be here.
Really?
Done.
So the
Done.
purpose of that speech was to get everyone motivated to finance, and it did the exact opposite for
That
you.
was it for me. I was like, yeah, like, I can't be here. And I had some low moments.
Day
in
one, that
uni.
was.
Yeah, that was.
Oh,
I think after about 2-3 weeks, I stopped going to lectures.
good profession that though. Like if you did that for your life,
if you want to do it.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
You know, and I just said to myself, I always said, I don't want to work in an office. I don't want to do a 9 to 5. Don't want to be like another number in the world. Like, and I remember like one time it was dark room. I'm laying there, tear running down my eyes, and I was like, if I die tomorrow, like, what have I done?
Right.
So I was like, that was the day I decided I'm quitting uni, and by Christmas I was gone. Like I stopped going to lectures
Christmas in the
after a
first
month.
year. You were
Yeah,
gone. So when you how did your family react then at that point? You said that you've got very traditional. They instilled good morals on you. Education's important. You've quit uni in the first year. How did they react to that?
I think by that point, Tobi just started doing a bit better. When I was at uni, I was on like, I hit 50,000 subs at uni.
Oh, did you? Right.
So I went there on
That's
40,000. I left on 60,000.
Yeah.
But even then, like, there's still a struggle. There's no security.
Yeah.
I was earning what, maybe £200 a month.
Yeah, I was going to say, so you were earning, for 40k subs, you're earning about £200 a month whilst at uni.
£300
So that's still a big risk is what I'm saying, leaving uni.
100%. But like I said, I had that night where I was like, I can't be here anymore.
Mm.
Then within a month of leaving, I've come back to London, a few collaborations, done a few things, whatever. And I'd hit 100k subs.
Wow.
And then from there, just...
What was the secret to your success? What were the collaborations? What was the moment that you sort of banged, you sort of arrived, so to speak? What was the key moment
I
for
will
Manny?
put it down to one thing, and Simon's always said this to me many,
Yeah.
whenever you are in a video where you're collabing,
Yeah.
like turn up, because
Right.
you don't know the effect that video is going to have
interesting.
on you or how many subs and
Yeah.
stuff you can get from it. But I think we went to somewhere in, what's that place? White City.
Yeah.
Went to a football pitch there, and I hit this like knuckleball shot, and it's gone like top bins.
Yeah.
And that was like the moment of...
Who are you
the
collabing
video.
with at that point?
There's like JJ there.
Right, okay, wow.
Simon.
Yeah.
Tobes was there, a few others.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the big moments.
Mm.
I can't remember the exact timeline, if that was just after I left uni or if I'd done something before
At a
that.
similar time.
But that was a
Yeah.
big moment. And like my USP was like, oh, like he's a YouTuber, but he's actually kind of good at football.
Yeah. Yeah.
So people like latched onto that. And I feel like that was a big turning point for me.
Yeah. Tell us about your strategy, because you originally, you made a really interesting point there. You were a FIFA gamer. I know you from back in the day as a gamer, like you upload FIFA videos, but then you did sort of pivot to, like you were saying, playing football videos. So what was the strategy behind your YouTube channel in the early days, would you say?
Do you know what? I think it's a weird one because people will say that you're a YouTuber first. I was always, like I said, I wanted to be a footballer.
Right.
So I was always a footballer first. And even when I was at uni, I was like going out doing like some training drills and stuff, like going out 5 a.m. doing ladders and stuff, because I still wanted to go pro at that point. But
yeah,
the moment I left uni is when I quit going for football.
right.
And I always think, I won't come out and say I'm the greatest player. But if you ever watch me play, I've got a good work rate and I'm decent. So I always think in the back of my mind, well, if I was to put all the energy and time and sacrifice that I put into YouTube, into football, I would have done something. I don't know where I would have gone, but I could have done something.
Yeah, I want to chat about your football quick, because you played, obviously, you played for #United. You had trials at Crawley Town as well. You were at Cray Wanderers, weren't you, Brentwood Town? So you've played at like a decent level, and we've seen you in
like semi-pro
Sidemen charity matches as well. So how close were you to turning pro, would you say?
Nah, I wouldn't ever say that I was close in that manner. I feel like I said I stopped at 18 chasing that. And that after that is when I went into like Sunday League, just playing for fun.
Yeah.
But I would say when I was 14, I stopped playing because I had vitamin D deficiency and it was giving me pain in my knees and stuff.
Wow.
And my dad said, till your levels are high, you're not playing again.
Right. So and you had tests, you had to have tests for that and stuff. And...
Yeah. So I was taking like this oil supplement every day for like months. I had like 6 weeks off school in year 10 because it was giving me chest pain.
How tough was that period then for you?
I love being off school, to be honest.
Right, okay. Staying in school though, kids. Yeah.
I love being off school, but do stay in school, kids.
Yeah.
I think, it was difficult, but I feel like at that point I just was like, if I'm not allowed to play, I can't bother. So I got asked, I remember I was playing like COD at home or something. I got asked, do you want to come play for this friendly? I was playing for a team called VCD in Crayford. And I was like, nah, I just couldn't be bothered at that point.
Yeah.
Then I went to sixth form and I was taking part in Cray Wanderers Academy. And that was me getting back into football when I was like 16, 17. And even then, like I'd always loved football. But I'd always, because of my size as well, I'd always been like marginalized in a way.
Were you? Do you think that worked against you then in terms of
100%. I think it's different now. If I was coming up now, it'd be a lot more, it'd be easier in a way because smaller players aren't as frowned upon.
Yeah. I was the same. I was really small. I played at a very basic level, semi-pro, but like, I was really small. Yeah. And I felt like a lot of the times you'd be overlooked because of your size. You would
be, because even if I'd do something amazing, like I'd flick it over someone's head and whatever, and people always come up to me after games and be like, who do you support? Liverpool. Keep going the way you're going, you'll play for them one day. Or like, do you know what I mean? Always, people would always come up to my dad and say whatever. But I don't know what it is when it's come to football. For some reason, I feel like I've always been pushed to the side. Like some people just don't like me. Like I had something where I trialed for a local club or whatever. I played well, but managers had 2 sons there and I played in their position. Right. And he said to my dad, oh no, the team's full. Then we've ended up playing against his son's school. And I remember I scored 2 goals that game and the manager's watching. One's come out to me, taking it on my thigh and just volleyed it from the edge of the box, gone top corner. And after the game, the guys come over to come chat to my dad. My dad's like, I'm not talking to you. Like I'm not.
Really?
Like, when you could have had him, you didn't want him.
Yeah.
You know. So I feel like maybe it just wasn't my path to be, but even when I moved to Southeast London, like all my friends in school were telling their parents, oh, he's really sick at football.
Yeah.
And their parents wrote a letter to my parents saying, let him play for VCD, the local team.
That's cool.
And then like, even when I started playing for them, I was put in the B team. And then like my friends wanted me to play in the A team because they knew I was good enough to play in it. But my manager had also written a letter to Charlton saying, this guy's got the right attitude. He's done this, whatever, like he needs a chance. I don't know whatever happened with that, if they ever got it or whatever. My mum might still have the letter at home that he wrote on my behalf. But yeah, it's a weird one because like I said, I always loved football, but I fell out of love with it. Went to play at sixth form, played FA Youth Cup. I remember a manager having a conversation in front of me. My manager at the time, he's like, having a conversation with the assistant. It might be a bit too much of a physical game for him. How do we put him on? Do we not? They put me on and I scored like 83rd minute. Yeah. I scored the goal that takes us through to the next round.
Class.
And I remember like scoring it and being like, get off me. Get off me. And my friends laughing. But yeah, no, like it's a strange one. And with the whole Crawley stuff as well, like.
Yeah, what happened? Tell us about what happened there then.
That is.
Because you and your brother were in, I saw you in the Crawley Town outfit. I saw you training. You were there.
Yeah, we were training.
Professional clubs.
If someone
not
turns
too far
around
from me,
to
that.
you
Nice setup down there.
Yeah, if someone turns around to you and goes, do you want to come and train like a professional club? For me, I always wanted to play football. So that kid in me is going to be like, oh yeah. Yeah. Whereas like a lot of people took it the wrong way of like Crawley just signing these people and they're going to play or whatever. They're not
for publicity.
Yeah, which of course it is to a degree.
because it was good publicity.
Yeah. But yeah, like there was rumors of us being on the bench in the FA Cup and whatever.
I remember that vividly, mate. Yeah.
I didn't want to do that because I felt that that's insulting to the people who are already in there, people who haven't made their debut, people, you know, so I was like, no, I don't want to be near. And part of me was like, maybe you just go play one professional game and then you've done it.
Yeah,
and I was like,
say
no, that's
so true. Yeah. Say you played a pro.
Yeah. But I was like,
I'm about to introduce you as pro footballer then at the start of the podcast.
Yeah. So it was crazy. Like the atmosphere when we went in there was different. Obviously, players.
What was the reaction from the players? I was going to ask that.
Yeah, frosty.
Was it?
Frosty. And I don't blame them for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would probably be the same way.
They're professional and they're thinking who are these two sort of thing.
Like an insult, but
right.
Same way, like I said, it's just a dream of mine. So if they were in my shoes, they'd probably do the same thing.
Yeah, great point.
You know?
Great point.
So yeah, no, it was frosty. Some players were like, oh, like my kids watch you and whatever, like, it's cool, whatever. And I found that the highest paid players or the ones that you think would be more big time are least big time.
Really?
Like one of the nicer ones was like Dom Telford, always smile on his face. And he was like, his tech was just nuts.
Really?
But I felt like we had the first session and being in there, I was like, I can hang.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. How far off that level? What league were they in at that time?
League Two.
League Two, that's what I thought. What level were you compared to the League Two players? Like how close was
I wouldn't
your
say
ability?
I was near their level because you got to think a lot of these guys been in and out of academies.
Yeah.
Or like they've been doing this their whole life.
So a lot of them might have been released.
Whereas for me, I've been
academy.
in and out of football.
Right, okay.
So it's not to say that technically I can't have a good touch like them or whatever, but the consistency and the level that they can do it at.
And like reading the game and things like that.
And stuff like that. Yeah, that's the difference. So it's not to say, I see a lot of people in non-league and they can go pro.
Yeah.
But they've not had that opportunity.
Yeah.
But the difference between pro and non-pro is being able to do the basics consistently. And they could like ping a ball, like left foot, right foot, zing it.
Yeah.
Or the manager goes, put it there. They put it there. They tell me put it there. I might put it there that time. And the other 3 times I don't put it there.
Right. Yeah.
But saying that if I was in that environment from a young age, I reckon I could have done
I was going to ask what level you think you could have played at had you had that. Having trained at a League Two club, been in and around it.
I think I could have played maybe abroad because it might suit my style a bit more.
Yeah.
But even that for me, like I've never been scared of a physical
But
battle.
professionally, you think you could have played
I think I
abroad?
could have gone pro.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like now I would say I'm rubbish, but people will judge me off now or Sunday League or whatever. But if I was consistently doing that every day, like I felt like even when I was there, like some of the coaches were saying to me, like, I can see the improvement already.
Really?
You know,
that's class.
Like you've really improved. Just even stuff like take off the back foot and make sure your touch is clean for your next pass or your next. Do you know what I mean? But bearing in mind, we didn't train with the main team the whole time.
Right.
Most of the time, we trained in a group of 6 by the side with fringe players.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's
class experience like that. I love to have that level of coaching, experience. Like you were just talking about your touch, to have that level of coaching on a daily basis is
that's the difference. And there's so many things that I learned in that time. And I feel like the funny thing about my football now is I would say I was better when I was younger.
Yeah. But
I knew less.
Right.
So I'm worse now, but I know more.
You understand it. I like that. I like that.
You get it.
I like that.
Like I used to be a winger. All I knew was tricks and whatever. I wasn't scared of anybody. Would take anyone on in front of me. More confident things. I would do things subconsciously, checking my shoulders subconsciously.
Yeah.
Whereas when you go into non-league and stuff, you're then told to check your shoulders.
Yes.
I'm always the kind of person, if you tell me what to do, I get more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
If you tell me how to dance, I get more awkward and stiff.
Yeah.
It's like if I do things naturally, it's easier to me.
Yeah, it's interesting that. It's interesting. I had a mate who played Championship, League One and League Two, and he said to me once, I'll never forget this, he said he found elements of the Championship easier than League Two because he was playing in a ball-playing team. And when he went to League Two, just because of the way that the budget restraints, less players, the type of league it was, a lot of the time it was channel balls, it was forced to go long a bit just because of the way that they played. And he said that didn't suit his game. So it's fascinating how actually the different level you go up, like how the standard changes. And
it's like,
it was just saying how physical League Two was. It was actually a really tough league compared to like the Championship. The technique was a lot higher, but he's a technical player. And he said that actually suited his game more, which is crazy when you think about it.
I spoke to Andros Townsend about this one time. And he
great
was
guy,
like,
Nick.
Yeah,
great guy.
He was like, yeah, Championship, Prem, crazy. League One, League Two, pretty much the same thing, and they're mad physical.
Yeah, that's what my mate said. Yeah,
you know, and for a lot of people, like they don't know, people think that you have to be a perfect player to make it pro. You just need to stand out in one attribute. Spoke to Akim Fenwa one time, and he said when he was at Wimbledon or whatever, they signed someone, wasn't good at football, but he had a long throw. They'd be losing a game, they'd bring him on.
Bad at it.
You know, so you don't need to be a mad player to go pro. You just need
that's where we went wrong. Just practice
you could
throws.
be really fit.
Yeah.
You could be really strong. You could be really tall. You could be really quick, you know. So yeah.
Do you have any regrets about your football career? You said you fell out of love with it, back in love with it, but having trained there and hearing what you said, do you have any regrets about the what if? Because going back to your childhood, you said that was the dream for you.
Maybe like the little guy in me maybe feels like, oh, you should have done more of it or you should have kept at it. But also like football's a nasty game. People are nasty and you have to have thick skin. And it's not to say that I don't have thick skin, but also my kind of character where I'm reserved and I'm not really loud and in your face.
Yeah.
Some people will take advantage of that.
Right.
And treat you differently. And even when I went into non-league, like, because I was already like a name in terms of my profile, some people didn't like that and would take it as a moment to be like, I'm your manager, or I'm your coach, like talk down to you. Or, you know what I mean? And it's like, for me, it's like, just because it's turned 7 o'clock don't make you a god in my eyes. Like, you're still like human like me.
Yeah.
And I don't throw my weight about and be like, oh, I'm Manny and whatever. Like, but some people genuinely would take it as an opportunity to talk down to you and treat you like crap or whatever. So yes, it's a nasty game. So I wouldn't say like I have a crazy regret or whatever. Yeah, it would have been nice, but I spoke to one coach one time and he was like, well, if you think about the things that you've done, you're basically like in the top 1% of footballers. Top 1% of footballers don't do what you do, get where you get or earn what you get, you know. But I was like, well, I would have played football for free.
Yeah, because you love it.
Because I love it.
Yeah, it's a great point.
It was like when I met different people and like saw what it was like and certain changing rooms and how people act or whatever, it's kind of like falling out of love with it again.
Yeah.
Can't be asked.
Yeah, it's amazing hearing that. So you fell out of love with that and you went full steam ahead with YouTube. So was those collaborations, going back to that chat you had with Mini Minter, is that the secret to your success, would you say? We touched upon it, but the collabs that you had with the Sidemen, with KSI, like what does that do for your channel in the early days? I
think people always say like, oh, you're only here because of the Sidemen or you're only here because of Tobi. When I started, Tobi had 7,000. That's not life-changing.
Yeah.
For anyone.
Does that wind you up when people say that?
No.
Not at all?
I don't care. Because I know the truth for myself. And like I said, my parents have raised us in a way that we believe in ourselves and whatever. I know the truth for myself. At the end of the day, I say, well, if it was just because of them, I wouldn't just be here, I'd be there. Because
even higher,
it's not about, oh, people just subscribe to you because so-and-so. They still have to like what you do.
I agree.
A lot of my content's been so different to Tobi's.
Yeah.
We don't do the same things. He stopped gaming mostly a while ago.
Yeah.
I did Sunday League. That's an idea that I had.
Yeah,
I was like the second person after Smith to do Sunday League.
Yeah.
And not in an arrogant way, but the reason why a lot of people are filming their games today is because of people like us.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I don't take it in a bad way.
Do a lot of people say that to you then? Do you still get that now?
Yeah, I get people that will say that, but I don't get it like crazy amounts. I just see it as a sign of jealousy because I wouldn't go out and be like, oh, like you're just here because so-and-so.
Yeah. If
you look at through YouTube anyway, someone's always there because of someone.
Yeah, great point.
Like there is always someone who does open that door, but it's what you do when the door's open, you know, so.
And your growth's been like a credit to you here as well, like your growth and your consistency. I think a big credit needs to go to you in terms of the fact that you were getting home from school, rushing to upload every single day when you're only getting, I'm not being disrespectful, but 1,000 views, which compared to what you're getting now, it is nothing. But to have that drive and that passion and that work rate when you've already come back from a day's school, I think is massively to be applauded.
I feel like I've always been a driven person. Like I said, when I said to
I definitely see that in you.
I don't want to be regular. You know, I don't, and that's no disrespect.
Have you got a strong work ethic with everything?
Yeah. And I have a clear, I feel like even where I am now, I could have gone so much further if I was more organized, more disciplined, but I know that I still, to get here, have had a level of discipline. I've never been one to party, never been one to, I don't like drinking. I don't like the taste of most alcohol, and I don't like the idea of being out of control of my actions.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of prison documentaries and stuff, and I've seen so many people where one night, one moment has changed their whole life, and that
when you're not in control.
Me. Yeah, exactly. So that's why
that's
I don't
quite
drink.
Deep, that mate.
Yeah. So I don't drink. So I don't do drugs. Never smoked in my life. Nothing.
Yeah, that's probably given you a real clear sense of direction.
Also because of the football, like you wouldn't really do that, but
You've mentioned the Sidemen, you mentioned your brother quite a bit. I know that you've got an amazing relationship with your bro. What they've built with the Sidemen is just
Unreal.
stratospheric in it. It's incredible.
Unreal.
What is it like being the brother of someone in the Sidemen? Just give us an insight into what that's like.
Nothing really changes for me. I feel like people think like it's you get like some crazy free pass to go everywhere, and then and you see the Sidemen.
Keys to the city.
I get people like, where's Tobi? I say, I don't know.
Yeah.
Where's KSI? I don't know. Tell KSI I said hi. How am I going to do that? He doesn't know who you are.
John in the street
I
says,
I get that.
Having people say that, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, like to me, it's just Tobi. Like,
yeah. So your relationship hasn't changed at all.
Yeah,
but in terms of what you said earlier, that there's times you choose not to go to a restaurant because of that, like people approaching. If you and your bro wanted to go out for a bite to eat, would you choose not to do that because of the attention you might get?
No, it's hard. Do you know when it's hardest? It's when we go for family meals, because he's so like out there as well. Like, he's kind of like me.
What's it like when you go for a family meal then with all your family?
When people see you, it's like some people might want to come over or whatever. Like even when like my first son was born, like I remember being around Sainsbury's or something, and people were like, Manny. I'm thinking my son's sleeping.
Yeah,
he's shouting my name.
Yeah,
like, so many people are not aware. I've had situations where people come up to me when I'm eating, Manny, can I get a photo? And I get that. That's cool. Let me finish my food. I'll be over after. Or if you can wait around when I finish my food, I'll be over. Yeah. And I had someone say to me, oh, but I'm going now. And I was thinking, that's not my problem, is it? You know, like, oh, now it's, you know.
Oh, in that case, mate, I'll stop what I'm doing. Yeah.
And it's hard because you don't want to be rude, because then that's the one memory that person will have of you. Like, oh, I met him and he was rude. Yeah. It's like, it's hard unless you are already that character that's outspoken. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? You always have to be on your best behavior.
Yeah. I'm starting to understand what you said earlier now, that that's why you often choose not to go out, because it's like you don't need
You're
that.
just not, like, even just walking around a shopping centre, my head's on a swivel and whatever, and like, you'll notice when someone notices you anyway.
Yeah, I totally agree. Because they stare a little bit longer, don't they?
Yeah, stare a bit longer, or like, so it gives you that sort of anxiety of like, I'm being watched all the time. So yeah, sometimes I don't want to go out, and it's not great because my missus likes like a nice meal out and stuff like that. So sometimes I'm just like, and obviously it's cold and wet in the UK.
Can we get a takeaway?
Just long, You know what I mean? I'm such an indoorsy person. Yeah. And I'm not like bougie or whatever. Like, I'm so basic.
Is your brother like that as well?
I think he's a level of fame more extravagant than me. Like, you know.
How does he deal with that level of fame? I mean, like if the Sidemen went out can they ever go out for a meal? Do you think
the Sidemen level of stuff is just crazy?
Yeah,
and that's why I say I don't envy it. Like, people want to challenge them, be in their space, or you know what I mean. Like, people feel entitled to a photo, and you know, or like they might do a meet and greet or like a store opening, and people are like, oh, like I queued here all day, and you couldn't even come and say hello. Yeah, because it's not safe. Because if they go to you, a swarm crowd, and then it endangers everybody. But people don't think like that. Like, parents will be like, I waited out here,
right?
Or, you know what I mean?
So you can't win.
You know, you can't win. So
what's it like when they do a store open then? Is it just, I mean, are you talking hundreds of people, thousands of people? I mean, what?
Just numbers of people will just go there like and queue and wait for like hours, or some people might stay from the night before. And for me, I said to my missus, funny enough, I said like, I'm never going to let my kids do that, because I don't want them to ever feel like people are more important, or, you know, like obviously going to a concert and stuff like that, that's different. But I think waiting and queuing outside the day before for someone is a bit extreme.
You never want your kids to do that? No. Would they not do that though? Do you think they're in that generation where they will idolise people on the screen, people in YouTube?
Yeah, but I always want to, and even when I meet with footballers and stuff, like one of the key things that I instantly want to do within the first 10 minutes is humanise them. Because we put them here because of what they earn.
That's so true.
Like, they earn money. So what? People are, he should be doing that. He earns so much money. Then what? How much is the money going to do for his mental health? Yeah. Or if he gets an injury and stuff like that. You know?
Great point.
Like, when I see people tearing down Reece James, I just think like, you're so heartless. Like, so what? He earns a lot of money. He's going through another injury. He's going to be in a dark room again. Like, have to go through rehab. Yeah. It's very lonely. So yeah, I always like to humanise people and footballers. And I've had people meet me, and like, I've had a few times that I'd be in Nando's or something with the boys, and like, I live kids, that's Manny. Yeah. I've had kids go like, oh, I touched him, and I'm, what do you mean you touched me? I'm normal.
Yeah.
Just leave me. I've had like some kid go, oh my God.
Have you?
And I'm like,
What's the strangest interaction you've had with, or you and your bro have had with a fan, would you say?
I've had multiple, but...
So someone touching you in Nando's,
I think, that's got to be up there. There's been a lot. I've had, to be fair, there's some that you don't really deep it. Like when I did the Wembley Cup, after the game, Perez's son's come up. Like,
that's class.
Like, yeah, I'm a big fan of watching videos. Manny, can I have your boots? And I went, you know what, you can. If I can have your dad's boots. Perez, can I have your boots? And Perez gave me the boots and I got them somewhere, I don't know, or maybe, I don't know what I've done with them.
That's a great answer.
But yeah, like when it's stuff like that and you start to realize who interacts with you and who watches your stuff and whatever, you start to like, even when I went out to Saudi recently, like we linked up with Cristiano Jr. and we're playing football with Cristiano Jr. And it's like, we've looked up to your dad the whole time and here we are with you. And like, that's
and he probably knows you, watches your vids.
Yeah. And he's like tapped into like the UK scene as well. Yeah. Obviously, so it's mental.
It's amazing that. But I imagine you do, it's you going out for it's interesting when you say going out for a family meal and your kids are involved, because obviously that, I imagine you just want to quiet, especially when your son's born with your bro.
And
if you're in a restaurant and you're getting that's a very difficult dynamic to play, I'm guessing.
I was just dropping my son at nursery this morning. Some kid in the van.
Yeah.
Next, Manny, I'm subscribed to you. I watch your videos. I'm thinking, no, I don't want you to see where I'm dropping my son. I don't want to be left alone.
But thanks.
No. So yeah, it's a lot.
It comes with it though, doesn't it?
I would rather have half of what I earn and not be known than be in the limelight.
Would you? 100%. You'd rather have half of your earnings,
of my earnings, not be known,
and not be known,
left alone.
So is that how much you dislike the attention then?
It's more like a pressure. You just constantly have to, like I said, be on your best behavior. Can't say this, can't say that, can't do this, can't do that. Yeah. You say this, it's taken out of context.
Do you worry about that a lot?
Not in, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I don't worry about it, but I don't want to have to worry about it. Right. You know? Like,
you don't have to think about it.
Yeah, I don't have to think about it.
Yeah, got you.
So I had a thing with, when I met Virgil van Dijk, and it's funny we talk about being left alone when you're eating and something. So I was at Cardiff for the Champions League final with PlayStation, and I've gone up to Van Dijk. He's at Southampton. I was like, oh, it's Van Dijk. Like, I was like, Virgil, can I get a picture with you? Yeah. And he said, oh yeah, like once I finished eating. I said, cool, I'll come back in like 10 minutes. So come back to him now, taking a picture, and I've obviously the rumours were Southampton, Liverpool, whatever. And I've gone, Virgil, like, I was like, coming to Liverpool, yeah? As I was walking away, and he smiled.
Did he?
And I've posted the picture of me and Virgil on Twitter, and I had like maybe like 700k followers or something this time. Blue tick. That's when you just, if you had a blue tick, you're the guy sort of thing. And I've posted it. I said, I asked Virgil, took a picture of Virgil, really nice guy. I asked him if he's going to come to Liverpool, and he smiled. Liverpool outlets within 30 minutes. Article.
Really?
This guy's just confirmed Virgil to Liverpool, whatever. And I deleted the tweet.
Did you?
Because it got so much traction. I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot. Blue tick, whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to be in so much trouble. Next day, Virgil van Dijk's followed me on Twitter. I was thinking, oh gosh, here it is.
Yeah.
Followed me, just left it at that.
Oh, so you thought he was following you to say, can you delete this, bro? Or something?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I've seen him at like a FIFA event like a year later or so and whatever. And he was like, oh, this is the Liverpool fan I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And whatever, and like talking with his agent and whatever. And then every single time I met Virgil, it was so cool.
Wow. So you were one of the first to know effectively that he was going to Liverpool. But
no, I didn't know anything.
You just thought, yeah. And why did you delete that? Was that a moment where you get a lot of anxiety where people
so much traction,
got so much heat? Yeah.
Because I see myself as so normal. Sometimes you forget.
Yeah, got you.
Oh, no, actually, you've got this following and you have this impact, and what you might say might carry weight. You know?
Yeah. Wow, that's mad.
So, yeah, I think I would take half of what I earn to just be left alone, not have people care about what you are, who you are.
Would your brother say the same thing, do you think? Is that a family trait? Yeah.
We're both so reserved and quiet generally. Wow. So everything, like even when my mum says, she says, the fact that you and your brother do what you do, like I can't even believe it. Like she's
really?
Like in shock. Like
because of your personalities?
Yeah, because of my personality. And like, I think being a YouTuber and being a content creator has like shown my parents so many skill sets that they didn't know that we had.
Wow, that's powerful, man.
You know, like even like my Sunday league commentary. My mum, like first time she's like, I didn't know that you could do that. She's like, your mouth is moving so fast, you're talking so fast, like you could really do this or whatever. Or, like even when I do like documentaries and stuff like that, she's like, you can really do this, like the way you are and whatever. So yeah, it's really, really interesting.
Yeah, that's fascinating. That hearing about the perception from your mum and like the personality traits, because knowing you as I do fairly well, it's like I never knew you had that really shy, reserved, hate the limelight, hate the camera part of you, because that is all I see you do, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but that's what it is though.
Yeah.
Like, for a lot of the things, and you all know, like people will look at like, your life from the outside and be like, oh, you're on TV, you do this, like it's rosy. But you know the truth behind
totally agree
doors.
with that.
Like,
yeah.
I struggled with the first couple of years of my content creation. I hated hearing the sound of my own voice.
Did you? A lot of people say
my friends laughed so much at my videos. They said like I sounded so down and whatever, like I didn't want to be there, like I was being forced to make the videos and whatever. And if you go back and listen to those, like it will sound like that and sound like this. And those videos that I put out, I've recorded 30, 40 times, delete, do again, delete, do again, delete, do again, like over and over. Like sometimes my brother would laugh, Jed would be laughing, saying, oh, like laughing at my intro, yo, what's going on guys, Manny? I'll do it again. Yo, what's going on guys, Manny? Do it again.
Yeah. And then you overthink it. The more you do, the more you overthink, don't you?
Yeah.
Best take's always the first.
So yeah, like there's been a lot of obstacles to overcome. So I hear the debate of like, do you think content creation is harder than 9 to 5? Do you think it's more difficult? And I would say on a surface level, no, but there are moments where it will be more difficult.
Yeah.
There are moments where it is harder. It's harder to also detach yourself from the addiction to numbers.
Yeah. Because and always be on as well, like always be working. There's always something you can do, isn't there?
Right.
Always.
And like, you're only as good as your last piece of work, really.
Yeah.
Like if you take a week or 2 weeks off, someone will take your place, you're forgotten.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I totally relate to a lot of that. And I know I'm more so in the TV field, you're more so on YouTube, but like there's always, as a presenter, you're a content creator, there's always something you can be doing. You do an interview, you can be promoting that on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on somewhere else. You can be telling your agent about that.
You always need to be getting
there's
more
always
work,
something
right?
you can, so actually switching off, and like we're both fairly new dads as well.
Yeah.
When you're trying to be present in the situation,
oh my goodness,
and your phone is and a lot of what I get with work-wise is on WhatsApp now. I mean, everything's on which is on your phone. So it's very hard to detach yourself.
Sometimes I open my WhatsApp and I feel like physically sick. I could have spoken to I could have had like 19 chats in between yesterday and today.
Yeah.
And that sometimes I was just.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
And I know Tobi's like that. Tobi probably gets it like 100 times worse.
I bet.
You know?
Yeah.
So some people are like, oh, I can't get through to Tobi. Yeah, because he's overwhelmed.
I bet.
I bet. You know? So
how many messages you get?
Yeah.
I asked them your question to you about the secret to your success. What do you think is the secret to the Sidemen's success? Because it's incredible what they've built. Do you think it's all down to consistency?
Consistency. That's the same reason why their Sidemen Sundays do so well, because people know every Sunday it's going to be there. So once you lock that in and people know every Sunday at this time, you see it from when it's not there. People are like, why isn't it there?
Yeah, that's so true.
Consistency. They've shown up and like tried new things. And they're consistently pushing the boundaries. That's why they are there.
Yeah.
You know, they're all in their own, they did it individually, all working hard, all staying consistent, and they've come as a collective, been consistent. And even for them, you can see it from the outside, like it takes its toll.
Yeah.
Because you're constantly having to be a sideman.
Does it? That's psychologically quite hard, do you think?
Sometimes I might not have spoken to Tobi during the week or whatever, then next thing you know, in the group chat, family flying here, flying here. Flying here, flying here. He might have taken 2-3 flights in the week or something. I'm just thinking that is just, you know what I mean?
And you don't even know that.
Much.
Yeah.
You know, like flying here is like, where you going? Where you going now? Right now, as we're speaking, he's in Brazil.
Really?
You know, like,
yeah,
it's a lot. And it's like, when do you get that downtime? Because he might come back from Brazil and then next thing you know, they got this shoot. Sometimes I call him, sorry, I'm on the way to the shoot. Sorry, I'm on the shoot. So, you know.
Is he always working, I bet?
It's always full on. And I just look at these guys and I just think, yeah, it's great. Your business does well, it's thriving. Couldn't want anything less.
Really?
Couldn't want anything less.
You said that a few times. You could not imagine yourself in that lifestyle.
It's too much for me.
Yeah.
And especially now, I'm a father, like you said, I want to be present. I want to be there. And like, I want to build a future for them, but I don't want to build a future at expense of missing the moments that I need to be here for now. And like, you will know like the difference and like the importance of having a father there to like, be present. It makes a huge difference for my kids and the way they go to their mother for comfort. and they come to me for security.
Yeah.
That balance is there. So like, if my son goes, oh, I'm scared, like, Daddy, come with me.
Yeah.
Like, or if he hurts himself, he'll want to go to his mum.
Yeah, do you know what, mate? I can relate to that a lot.
He'll come to me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that is just a thing that, like, I always want to be there. I don't want to miss school
for being on a flight to
plays or whatever. Like, so I want to build a future that allows me to take time when I need to take time.
Are you able to pick and choose your time and your shoots and like diaries as much? Like, how is your work-life balance now that you're a father?
I really struggled, I'd say, in the first year and a bit.
Did you?
Because I could be streaming and it's like, oh, we got to go hospital, temp tie, whatever. Like, he's not responding as well as he should or whatever, blah, blah. So like, I couldn't really plan stuff and stick to it. It was so variable. In the first, let's say he's going to be 4 next year.
Yeah,
so let's say in the first 4 years, let's talk from pregnancy to kids.
Yeah.
I've probably done more than 40 hospital trips.
Have you?
Probably more.
Wow, sorry to hear that. I didn't know that.
And that's just in between scans and this, or baby's not moving, we're going.
Yeah.
This happened, we're going.
Yeah.
Like,
scary, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not to say, and this is what makes me be grateful, because in those, I've never had anything crazy.
Right.
But for some people, that's their everyday.
Yeah.
When I go to the hospital, I get to come out. I get to bring something out. You know? For some people, that's their everyday.
Yeah.
So sometimes when I find myself complaining, I go, it could be worse.
Great point.
You know? And another thing in terms of like, I've learned a lot in these last few years, going into the hospital with a pregnant wife doesn't guarantee anything. You don't know what's going to go. It's totally out of your hands. It's in God's hands when you go there, because both of my children have been C-sections, emergency ones.
Yeah.
Heart rate's dropping, da, 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 da. Do you know what I mean? Like, and those experiences for me were really humbling. Those experiences for me as wife, I have a different level of respect for my wife, because I've seen you go through this.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen you at your lowest, you know, and the sacrifice that you've made in there, physically, mentally, even carrying a child for 9 months. Even when I see the baby move, I cringe.
Yeah.
So imagine actually feeling it. Like, so many things like that. So I'll laugh and joke and like say, oh, man flu's worse or whatever. Make those little jokes, but genuinely just the respect that I have for women, the fact they go through that.
Yeah.
And they are still able to turn up and put the kids first and everything.
Incredible, isn't it?
Like, it's crazy. And I remember I bumped into Harry Pinero during lockdown when I was going to like Asda or something. I think at that point, he just had his kid.
Yeah.
My missus had been pregnant around those times or whatever, I don't know. And then he said to me, I'm going to tell you one thing. Just make sure that when she's given birth, you are patient with her. Just be patient, because it takes time for their bodies to readjust and their minds and what they've gone through. Their hormones are everywhere. And I was just like, okay. And that helped me, because there are genuinely times where like they are feeling overwhelmed and they might, let me not say lash out, but they're just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not themselves. And we have to give them grace and be patient and careful, you know? But yeah, like, I'm grateful for my 2 boys. They keep me on my toes.
I can tell, you're a smile on your face.
Yeah, some days I'm just like, oh, like, why did I ever do this and sacrifice these naps? But other days I'm just like, this is the best thing ever. I get to watch this little creature, like, just learn stuff.
There's nothing better, is there? There's no one that you'll interview or nothing you'll do that will ever come close to that.
It's just like little yous.
Yeah.
And they're just like, I remember
amazing,
a funny time where my missus was like, oh, I've got this to do, I've got this to do, I've got this to do, and I still got a shower as well and whatever. And my son is like 2.5 at this point. He goes, go shower then. And I burst out laughing because I was
my little
like,
boy's the same.
He literally said exactly what I was thinking at the moment I was thinking to say it, and I burst out laughing. She started laughing as well, and he said it in that exact time. He's like, "Go shower then." Yeah, go shower then. I was like, "Oh,
it's amazing hearing that, actually, because a lot of what you said I can relate to a lot. My biggest thing about becoming a dad was perspective. Like we had a really stressful birth with our little one. My wife was in hospital for 10 days actually, and it was. It wasn't a C-section, but I related. We won't go into too much detail, but it does give you a real perspective. And when we've had hospital visits as well, it's almost like nothing else matters in that moment. And it reevaluates that work-life balance and how important being present in the moment is.
Getting that video out is the most important thing. The next thing you know, you're in the hospital and that video don't even matter.
You're not even thinking about it, are you?
Yeah. Like, and I've had a few occasions like that, like where it's like, okay, nothing else matters at this point. Like, we've had times where like he's been blue lighted to like hospital in London for something or whatever. And like, you know, you're just at that point, you're not thinking about anything else. You're not, you know, you're just praying and hoping everything's okay.
Yeah.
Both times we've had the kids, it's been 6 days in hospital.
Wow.
The last charity match, I got out of hospital the night before.
Did
I
you?
only got out of hospital to, obviously,
The Sidemen charity match.
the Sidemen charity. I only got out of hospital because I went to go do my hair the night before. So I took the older one home with me and stayed with him. Then I dropped him to my mum before, but I'd been in hospital, like barely any sleep.
Wow.
For like 5 days
I
straight.
remember chatting to you that afterwards.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, no one had any idea really. Obviously, like I posted that my child had been born.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's before or after.
Yeah.
I think it was before the match. But we've been in hospital. Obviously, I have to do everything.
Yeah, it was. I remember because you just had your second kid. I had a brief chat with you after, and you just had your second kid. And we were chatting briefly, but I had no idea of
I got so much
context of that.
I got so much stick for scoring a hat-trick in that game, and I didn't intend to score a hat-trick. And anyone who knows me personally knows when I go to the Sidemen games, I don't go there and think, it's all about me. Like, I'll win a penalty. Vic, you can have it.
Yeah.
I don't really care because like I'm used to playing football that's more competitive.
Yeah.
And I know that the level's not.
That's
so I don't
fair.
go there to be like, oh, hey, I'm the best.
Yeah.
So I only wanted to score 1 goal to celebrate for my missus because she was still in the hospital at the time I was going to the game.
Yeah.
So she started watching it on her phone and she was rushing to get discharged so she could come home and watch it. So
there's a lot to deal with that.
I wanted to score 1 goal so I could celebrate for her and also celebrate for my new baby boy. Then I ended up scoring a second one.
Yeah.
Like, but it was just literally like my football instinct in that moment. Simon took a shot and I followed it in and tapped it in.
Yeah.
And then people were like, look at you, you're trying so hard. And loads of like
You can't win.
fans abusing me, racially abusing me.
Really?
Like, all sorts of abuse. And I was just like, well, I kind of just wanted to score 1 goal for my son. And then I was scoring a hat-trick. And I remember like, I scored the third one where we went on a counter and I looked to my right or left, one of them, and Vic's offside. So it doesn't kind of make footballing sense for me to like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, play the pass.
Yeah. So I just cut in and I shot. And even my first goal wasn't good. Second one was tapping. And the third one, possibly if it was a different goalkeeper, would have gotten saved anyway.
Yeah.
But I remember like I knew like, I scored a hat-trick and coming off anyway. So I went over and Sam was like, why don't you pass it to Vic? I was like, he's offside.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not here to like be like, oh, the best or whatever. Like,
yeah.
When we go in at half time, some of the guys really do care about what they're perceived like. Or
who
they're going in. I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna no, fair enough. Tough question to answer.
Like, at half time, people are checking like, what's my rating? You know, what's my rating? And
so people checking the comments at half time then and how they're being perceived.
Twitter to see how they're being
mentions
perceived
and stuff.
or like I remember Bez. Obviously, it was really big for him. He excited at his goal
because it's West Ham and all that.
West Ham, whatever, and he's like trending or whatever. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like it's a bit of fun. I like that my family's there to watch.
Yeah.
Like give them a good day. The one time where I would say like, I really did enjoy the experience and I was happy is because like my dad got to see me play at St. Mary's and I scored like a really good goal. And I just remember like being like, my dad's here. Like he's not getting any younger. Proud. Like I'm glad that he got to see this at least, even though I'm not a pro. You know,
that's class.
So yeah, there's a lot.
You mentioned there about like obviously how being a dad's changed. You also mentioned like some of the abuse you get and racial abuse. I mean, which is just obviously wrong on every level.
Yeah.
How does that affect you when, sadly, we do live in a time where you do get trolled, you do get abused.
I think
you do get racist remarks. Like especially now that you're a dad and a parent, and you look at life in a very different way, in your own words. Like how disappointing is that for you to experience?
It is obviously it is a disappointing thing. I just think because I'm someone who's so laid back, I just think, how do you even have the energy to search me up and then abuse me? And I remember obviously Saka had that thing, and I remember I wanted to do like a documentary on it and talk about racism in football and whatever. But I think it's hard because racism generally doesn't actually get to me like that, because I just think, okay, you're small-minded or you're an idiot. But it's like, I don't know, it's hard because obviously when it's outside of a comical sense, it's just not, do you know what I mean? Like we can all, laugh at like stereotypes and stuff like that. Like I find stuff funny. I like comedy. But when it's outside of that and it's malicious, that's when it's ugly.
Yeah.
But like I said, like for me, I didn't do anything wrong. But I think it's maybe like Speed fans and whatever like that. Like, oh, Speed didn't score, so they're unhappy. They're like, oh, this guy scored. He shouldn't be playing or whatever.
You shouldn't get abuse for that ever. You should never get racist.
But like I said, people don't know that I'd just gone through
scoring a goal. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Like,
it's not right.
I'd gone through craziness that week.
Yeah.
I just wanted to celebrate. I could have lost my missus. I've just had a baby.
Yeah.
There's so many emotions. And I remember I got back to my mum's after the game, just waiting to get let in so I could get my keys and drive home and see the baby. And I just remember like leaning on my car and just feeling very overwhelmed.
Really?
And tired from the whole
I was going to ask how you were mentally in that place.
People are asking me like, oh, it must have been amazing to like score in front. I just didn't care about it.
Really?
In the nice, like, I only cared about it for them.
Is that because you had more important things to worry about at the time with? No,
I think because obviously I've not experienced like a crowd and stuff in a, what's the way? Intense or where it means something.
Yeah.
So people go, what's that like playing in front of 60,000? Until you do something cool or you score a goal, you don't actually hear anything.
Right.
You know, like you don't actually deep it. Like I've had terrible moments. I missed 2 sitters at Wembley. I missed one at Wembley in front of no crowd. Then it was in my mind. Even after that, I got abused. I got snake, because the whole Spencer switching sides and I was getting abused. I had to delete the comments all the time under my Instagram or under my YouTube for a good 3 months. I was getting snake.
You got that for 3 months, that abuse?
Good period of time. And that was only because of a storyline that they asked, oh, should we do the story? And I was like, yeah sure. I didn't think anything of it. And I saw the way it came out. Yeah. So I missed that sitter. And
does that not get you
next year as well?
Upset you when you see that for 3 months? Do you think, oh, I'm still going through this? Which is...
No, because I know it's childish people doing it. But like, I did have like a clapback at a YouTuber because he reposted it and made it a bigger thing. And I got onto him and I was like, what are you doing? Like, you should know that our line of work, like you shouldn't do that. And he's like, oh no, I didn't mean it, whatever. But yeah, I missed that sitter. Then I took that forward. I never got it out of my mind. I did the exact same thing the next year in front of 22,000. And I remember like, I missed the sitter and you see me going like this, just lock in. It's whatever, it's done.
Yeah.
And then I scored like an indirect free kick in the same game.
Yeah.
That was one of the Kocha Fowler.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I've had so many good experiences because of this job.
Yeah.
And although I didn't make it pro or not a footballer, like I still have had experiences that some of them might not be able to have. So either way, I think the only way you ever enjoy life is gratitude, being like grateful. So yeah, it didn't go that way, but I've still had this. Yeah, it didn't go that way, but it's still better in this way.
And look at the positives. It's very easy as humans, I think, to look at or compare or look at the negatives. But like, as you said there, so many positives. Let's talk about the level you're at now then. We've spoken about your collaborations, the early days. Give us insight into some of the people you've met and some of the opportunities you've had, because just going, I was on your Insta yesterday, YouTube, like you've done some amazing things these last few years. What have been the highlights for you, would you say?
I think working with Liverpool is always a massive one.
Is that because you're a Liverpool fan? And
because I'm a Liverpool fan, it's always like, like it's always a good thing to be around there and whatever. And I feel like for the most part, whenever like fans see me around there, like they receive me well. Even though I'm from London, they don't go, "Oh, you're not from London, get out," whatever. Yeah, you're not from Liverpool or whatever. They don't do that. So it's a nice vibe, and I feel like it's meant to be that I support Liverpool because it's kind of an embodiment of everything that I am and how I carry myself and what I believe in. And I like that the club has like a serious core of support and they get behind you. And yes, sometimes there's always going to be a minority that's nasty or whatever. You get that with everything. But say, for example, Darwin Núñez, if he's at another club, they would have run him out by now. But for us, like, he makes one tackle, Núñez, that support, like, and I really rock with that. I think that's so cool. All the players, humble. I've never had a bad experience with a Liverpool.
Because you've worked with lots of, obviously, Virgil van Dijk, who's your mate now, is that fair to say?
I wouldn't say he's my mate, but every time we see him, we're really cool. Yeah. We're really cool.
I'm right in saying he's a fan of your content, right? He follows you.
Yeah, I mean, he watched the charity match at Charlton, like when I went to do something with Joe Gomez.
Go on, what did he say?
They were talking about, oh yeah, did you see Chunks' goal and this? I saw this and I saw
the
header and you put it across, like.
So Virgil van Dijk is critiquing your footballing ability. That's class.
Really.
That's quality.
Yeah. Like a lot of the players are tapped in.
Yeah.
Like I've had players reach out to me and be
Go on,
like,
give us some examples.
Whatever. There's an example I can't give you, and I'm not going to give you. I might tell you off camera.
Okay.
But anyone from even like your Harvey Elliott's and stuff like that. Like when I followed him, followed me back. It's like, oh yeah, like my brother loves your stuff and whatever. Like, you can have. I mean, sometimes you might just bump into someone and they're like, oh, like I rate your stuff, you know. But it's crazy. Like I've had experiences with like, I had like a mutual friend with the Beckhams and stuff like that, and like I remember Romeo Beckham being like, yeah, I love your MMT, like, which is my FIFA series and stuff like that. And then he's going to me like, can you he's like, oh, like, can I get some points and stuff like that? I'm thinking, your dad's an ambassador on the game. Why would you?
One of those famous people ever.
Yeah, like literally, your dad is Dave Beckham. Go and, you know, but like he's a really cool guy.
That's class. Well. Romeo Beckham was asking you for that.
Yeah, I was thinking like, this is just weird, right? But even like musicians and stuff like that, I feel like it's always good to network, meet new people, create new relationships. But some of the most influential people in UK music and stuff, I'm really cool with, and they're really cool guys. They might have grown up watching it, and you know, sometimes I'll get messages from some of them being like, play me on FIFA, and I'm like, what? Like, what do you want from me? Like, I remember randomly I was chilling and then Dave messaged me being like, play me on FIFA. And I'm guessing that maybe his boys might have been watching my content and being like, oh, he's sick. Like,
I love that.
We ended up playing like 2 or 3 games of FIFA. So yeah, it's crazy how far it reaches. And sometimes when you look at yourself, like I said, I have imposter syndrome. So I think like, I'm a nobody.
Do you think that still?
I still feel
you can't think that now though, with the level you're at.
Even when you compare it to other people as well, like I'm not that viral character. Like I won't be the first name on your mind when you're talking about.
But I think how I think if you're someone that consistently gets mad views, that I always see you in like Sidemen charity matches doing YouTube. I see you pop up on shows. You do Saturday social.
I wouldn't look at myself.
I see you in a lot of spheres.
I wouldn't look at myself like that. If you look at like, there's a lot of people that you see on everything. They're all active, like your Harry Paneras, your Danny Aaron's, Ginge. You see them everywhere. Yeah, I'm not like that.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking, oh, top UK creators or whatever, you're not going to ever put my name.
You don't think yourself as one of the top UK creators?
Numbers wise, I would be there in terms of following in a way. I'd be somewhere, but you wouldn't think of me. You wouldn't ever like be like, oh, like him, you know. And Tobes always tells me all the time. He's like, when I go places, people go to me, "Are you Manny?" Because I get, "Are you Tobi?" sometimes, or "You're Tobi's brother." Yeah. Where sometimes he gets, "You're Manny's brother." Right. You know, so like, he's always telling me like, "No, people really like rock with your stuff." And I'm like, do they?
That's class.
Yeah, he's always telling me that like. I'll meet ballers and stuff and they're like, oh yeah, I watch Manny stuff, or like I watch Manny's Football Manager and stuff like that, you know. So I guess sometimes when that stuff comes through, you go, oh, maybe people do like what I do.
They definitely do,
you know. Yeah. But it's crazy. Like I guess it's because I'm in the shoes. That's how I will feel. And some people will just say like, oh, I'm fake humble or overly humble or something like that. But genuinely, I don't see myself as anyone special.
Wow. That's amazing the level you're at that you think that. And speaking of people that you've met, I saw you met Neymar. What was he like?
Yeah, he was cool. Yeah. That was surreal as well because that's one of my favourite players of all time.
Yeah. I bet he is, yeah.
And I think
because the way he plays and stuff, the
way he plays and the arrogance with which he plays and the stuff he tries, I just think that is football to a T. That's what football should be. And especially in a generation where we're coming away from that and it's all stats. Yeah. Like, yeah, that was really cool to meet him.
Love that.
And yeah.
One of the highlights, would you say?
Yeah, one of my highlights for sure. But like over the years, I've met some crazy people that I've looked up to. I met Pele.
Yeah, I met Pele.
Yeah.
For incredible, wasn't it? And it's before our time, but it's still like, it's almost like it doesn't matter because my dad's
talked about him so much. And I've watched all the clips. So it's like, that's Pele.
Yeah.
You know, I met R9.
Did you?
And yeah, I met R9 and like, he couldn't speak much English at the time or whatever, but like, this is R9.
Yeah.
This is the guy that dropped the shoulder and was killing it at Old Trafford.
Unreal.
I just thought, I haven't met Dino, I haven't met Messi, I haven't met Ronaldo.
I've met Messi, I've been in a room with him twice, Messi, but I haven't had a photo with him. No. And because I never really do that in the line of work, but I look back on that now and go, maybe I should have just asked one.
Do you know what? Weird, I feel like sometimes, and this is the thing, and generally for me, I hate social media.
Do you?
And because it just warps our mind to so many things, and we just don't, like, when we're getting a picture, are we getting that for us? Or are we getting that for socials?
Gratification type thing. Yeah.
Like, even like...
That's a really great
I will
question,
still do it.
Yeah.
Because obviously, from a branding side of things, it's important to be seen with.
Yes, interesting.
Yeah, so I've still got a photo of Neymar.
Yeah.
But if I wasn't doing it, would I get a photo?
Yeah.
I don't know.
If it was pre-social media, so I think
would I get a photo? Like, or is it, wow, like I met Neymar?
Yeah.
But some people do it like because they want to tell their friends, which is cool. They want proof, so that's cool.
Yeah.
So I don't knock people for it, but sometimes
there's a lot of layers to this, isn't there?
We get caught in just doing so many things for social media.
Yeah.
Like, even like the whole thing when we go out and we snap a meal and we're like,
I know what you mean by that.
Oh, I'm here. And like, kind of like, well, why? Like sometimes just enjoy things in the moment.
I know. Yeah.
You know? So yeah, it's a crazy world. And unless you're in it, you won't understand.
Yeah. It's an interesting way of looking at it. Let's do a few quickfire questions then to rattle through about, as I said, you've achieved so much. I'm intrigued to sort of get your breakdown of like where you see your career and some of the highlights. So best vid you've ever done for your channel. Some tough questions coming here.
Best vid, my 1 million subscriber video.
Because it was a proud moment for you.
I did a documentary style thing.
Yeah.
I went back to where I was raised, went back to the schools that I went to, and I really got to have that moment of like, you're a nobody and you've been able to achieve this. I can never pinpoint and say, I achieved getting here because of all that I've done. I always give glory to God and say, God's done this because I can't tell anyone the blueprint to get here. All I'll say, oh, consistency. But you can be consistent and still not go somewhere. You know? So, yeah, my 1 million subscriber one, because it just really was a moment of like, you're a boy from Hackney.
Yeah.
You're not anyone special. And here you are, you've been able to achieve these things.
Wow.
And when I watch it back as well, it's like, it's just a mad, humbling experience.
Wow, that's a powerful answer, that.
Yeah.
Best collaboration you've ever done?
In terms of what?
Just for you, personally. So in terms of either what it did for your channel, what it meant for you, if there's one collaboration you look at and go, that was my favourite.
That's a tough one. My favourite. I feel like I've done quite a few with like Simon, which have been really cool. But I feel like maybe just like the old days.
Yeah.
Like with the boys where we just get cameras down, we're shooting 8 videos in a day.
Yeah, yeah.
And everyone's just vibing. So I think earlier days, like when we did the videos with the Sidemen.
So it would be one of the Sidemen ones, yeah?
Yeah, I feel like those were the ones.
Yeah, fair play. Best footballer nicest footballer you've ever met?
Van Dijk.
Yeah, because he's your boy.
No, not even. He's just, if you think about it in the scale of things, who he is.
Yeah, yeah.
He's just so
humble.
Humble.
Yeah.
So chill. And like there's even a time where like, I'm not going to say names or whatever, but he was meant to film with a few others and he was like, I'm only doing yours.
Wow.
Because X, Y, Z. And he had his reasons, but I was just like,
wow.
Oh.
Fair play.
Yeah.
YouTube GOAT. Who is the YouTube GOAT for you? And you're quite well placed to answer that because you've collaborated with a lot of them.
YouTube GOAT.
Yeah. There's one person.
I think it has to be JJ, KSI. Because what he did broke a barrier for so many. Like many of us grew up watching his content in IT. You know? So we've grown up watching him and like he was the blueprint for a lot of people and broke down a lot of doors and at the time got a lot of stick as well as he was getting bigger and bigger, and some people will say, oh, he's arrogant and this and whatever, but if you actually know him and meet him,
I totally
know that KSI and JJ are two different people. KSI is the persona that has to be like, I'm the guy, and JJ is this quiet,
lovely guy,
gamer that's like, you know, an introvert in a way. Like if you see him, he's like kind of like this awkward guy, and he's like really cool.
So he takes it for you. I'm not surprised that
I feel like it
said that.
It has to be for me.
Tell us about the KSI effect, like when you have him collaborating on your channel and what that does, because so many people have sat in that seat and said, I'm here because of KSI, I'm here because of KSI, or he opened doors for me. I've just heard it so much. It just gives an insight into what effect that has for your channel when you work with someone like that.
Of course, it's a big affiliation to have. So of course, if he's one of the biggest in the game and has been for years, and at that time, even the fact that obviously I don't know when we did, it's the most viewed video on my channel, right? The one with JJ.
Saw that.
I don't know when we did that, but the fact that he jumped in that video and like just, you know what I mean, is again how even though he might be seen as an arrogant guy, he sees himself as a nobody in the same way. We had him for when I started Sunday League. He came to say, yeah, I want to play Sunday League football. He had 10 million subscribers. He's doing the line.
Really?
10 million subscribers. He's doing the line. And
sorry, KSI 10 million subs and was running the line.
Sometimes you get like 15 minutes, 20
was
minutes.
Was he not
Sometimes
getting mobs? Were people not hassling for photos and things?
No, wow. Left alone. But that is why, like, if someone says, KSI is a prick, this, or whatever, I just look at it and you don't really know him.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he had 10, like, he'd turn up there, have his beanie hat on, cold. He's doing the line. You can go back and check the vids.
Incredible, yeah.
And Sunday League was big in a way, but not crazy big by then.
Yeah.
So that's the stuff that I will always remember and be like,
Yeah. That's amazing, that.
Yeah.
I love that. And finally, proudest moment of your career. So you mentioned your favourite video, but best moment of your working career, would you say? Can be playing in one of the charity games, a collaboration, can be a player you've met. Just want to know what your highlight's been.
Best moment. My best moment is...
Too many.
My best moment is probably, in terms of like the feeling,
it
was probably the goal at St. Mary's, the second goal. So I was so gassed. I was like, I was cupping my ears.
Yeah, I remember that goal. I remember
and the whole stand where I was cupping my ears to was empty. Fans were over there.
Right.
So that's how you know I was just in a different world.
Mate, we're coming to Wembley as well. How unbelievable is that? Sell out of Wembley as well.
Yeah, well, I don't even know if I'll play in that one.
Of course you'll be playing in that, surely.
No, that's what everyone says to me.
Surely you'll be playing.
No, I don't know.
Manny hat at Wembley, isn't it?
Even the last one,
yeah.
Obviously, because the due date was near the thing. The Sidemen asked me like a month before.
Yeah.
But the due date was so close. I said, guys, I genuinely don't know.
Yeah.
If I'm going to make
You'll
it or not.
You'll definitely be playing at Wembley though, aren't you? Surely.
I genuinely don't know.
Really?
Like, even speaking to Tobi, I genuinely don't know.
Wow.
So
you'd want to play though, wouldn't you? Obviously.
Yeah, if I could, I would.
Yeah.
But again, if I don't, I won't lose sleep over it.
Yeah.
Like, I've had my experiences and like I said, it's not the end of the world and putting things into perspective anyway. My most important thing in my life right now is like my family.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah.
I think that's a perfect note to end it, mate. I just want to say, mate, it's amazing having you here, but also hearing how humble and down to earth you are about everything. Like talking, I mean, you described yourself as a nobody, someone who shouldn't be where you are. I think you deserve a lot of credit for actually the graft you've put in, the work rate you've put in, how humble you are. And I've never met anyone that's had a bad word to say about you. So firstly, congrats on everything you've achieved. Yeah, no, I mean that, mate. And you've given up your time to come here. So just finally, what does the future hold? What's next? We've spoken about football, being a dad, your YouTube career. We haven't spoken about music either. Is that on the horizon? You've released some bangers in your time.
We've released 3 songs and we've not released a song for 2 years plus now.
Can you give us an exclusive? Is there a...
We've you know what the secret actually? We've had like 10 songs.
Have you?
Sat there for like years now.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, we've had 10 songs.
So you might be releasing some more.
We had a Destined for Greatness remix that didn't come out.
Okay.
Which had like Big Zoo on it, Eyes, maybe someone else.
That's not. Why has that not come out?
I don't know why we didn't do it at the time. I don't know.
Big Zoo, you not released that?
Yeah, we didn't release that. We've done like 2 sort of raw tracks with notes.
Yeah.
That haven't come out. My missus said to me, "What are you doing with that song? When is it coming out?" We've kind of just left that. But I feel like where we're both busy, we haven't locked into the music. Right. We've had back and forth maybe with producers and stuff or whatever. We've got like 10 songs that have been sat there and probably aren't good enough anymore.
Right.
So,
but we could see some more coming.
Potentially.
Love it.
Potentially.
Love that.
Yeah. But the future looks like, I think I want to go more into doing stuff that I care about and actually like resonates with me. I want to go doing documentaries I want to go into prisons and chat to people in prison. And like I said, I watch a lot of prison documentaries and stuff like that. So I want to, like, I watched the Raphael Rose stuff. I want to do things, maybe not as in as he would do it, but like, loads of different things. But documentaries that mean stuff to me. I want to constantly humanize myself and humanize others and just get everybody back to thinking like we all bleed the same.
Yeah.
You know,
Love
like
that.
I'm going to queue and say like lockdown, I was queuing like everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I know what you mean.
Whereas like some people get to a certain stage and start to think, oh, like I deserve this, I deserve this, I should be treated otherwise, you know. And I hate when I go to shoots and people are running after me, getting me a drink or this or whatever, like, oh, let me hang your coat. I have got hands. Hang my coat myself. You're not below me. Like I hate it. It makes me feel so uncomfortable. So yeah, that's the future. Just maybe branching out and trying different things.
Yeah.
Maybe doing more stuff with Sky and whatever. Yeah, I feel like the future's bright.
Love that, mate. I love your attitude to life. I love how humble you are. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on. Thank you so much for giving up your time. Busy man. And yeah, all the best for the future, mate. Top man.
Thank you.